You this morning for our Make Money Monday. Welcome. So happy you are here. As you are tuning in, say hello. Let me know your business. I would love to hear who is tuning in today. It's always super fun. We are live in a couple of different places over on Instagram. We are also hanging out with you on Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and share this inside our two groups on Facebook. We have our Modern Direct Seller Academy, our paid membership group with incredible members. A lot of them are coming to hang out with me for our pro implementation coaching we do every month here right at the middle of the month here in just a few minutes. I'm excited for that. And then also our Modern Direct Seller Tribe group, your spot to grow your direct sales biz. We are dropping free training inside of that group each and every day. So I think you guys are in for a treat today. We are going to talk a little bit about what is actually working on social media here in fall 2025. So I see Robin is on, Pampered Chef in the house. Great to see you. And I think this topic is so relevant because so often we feel like nothing is working on social media and we're like just going through the motions and we're showing up and we're putting content out there. And sometimes we're wondering, are like, what are we doing with our lives? I don't know about you guys, but I feel that way too sometimes when it comes to social media, that I'm like, okay, we're throwing stuff out there. It's like, throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what is going to stick. And so what I've done today is just kind of put together a few trends that I think trends that are here to stay. They're not even trends. Like they're going to come and go and be gone next week. But based on what we're seeing from the algorithm right now on various platforms, I'm going to share with you what's working and how you can really maximize your content. Because I think that's a big thing that we struggle with is we're creating for all of these different platforms and all of these different places. So we're going to talk about how to create that cohesive content strategy. So as business picks up and things get a little crazier and a lot more action here in the fall, especially as we lean into gifting and holiday and all of those good things coming up, we have social media that is bringing us new leads and bringing us new customers. So that is our plan for today. Oh, we got two Karens on. Hello, Karen. Hello, Karen. Good to see you guys. So as you're tuning in, say hello. I'd love to hear where you're joining from. Love to hear your company. If you find this video helpful, I would also love it if you share it. So click that share button, share it with your biz besties, your team, anyone that you think could use a little social media pick me up, state of the union of what we're seeing here in the start of fall 2025. So if we have not met before, Becky Lander, CEO and co-founder of Modern Direct Seller. I love sharing actionable strategies and training to help you grow your direct sales biz faster. I'm live every Monday, same time, same place, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, to share with you those money-making tips. So super happy you're here. I see Kim is on. We got Tastefully Simple in the house. We got Diana here. Synergence in the house. Good to see you guys. And I can't watch all of these different feeds, so I'm usually just looking at what's happening over on our Facebook business page. So if I didn't say hello, I promise I'll go back and I'll check those other platforms later. But thanks a lot for being here. Okay, so as we are talking a little bit about what is working, what is working in fall 2025, I have broken it down into a couple of different categories that I think are going to be helpful for you. So the first thing that we are still seeing working on social are small, short, snackable videos that are going to grab people's attention and pull them in. So these short form videos, typically just a few seconds in length. Sometimes shorter is harder to create. But the cool thing about reels and short form videos is they are still being shown to many of your non-followers. So if you have not yet leaned into short form video, this is your sign that if you're looking to bring in new leads and bring in new followers, short form video is going to be the way to do that. So whether you're utilizing short form video on Facebook, on Instagram, over on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, short form video is definitely the place to play when you're trying to reach non-followers. So your content can't really be salesy. I mean, it can be, but you're not going to get as great of results because these people aren't really warmed up and ready to buy yet. So we're thinking about the content we're creating in our short form video. I really want you to think about somebody that may not know your product yet, may not know you yet, may not know what the heck you're talking about. So you've got to kind of take it back a couple of steps before you're diving into go here, click here, buy this, right? So short form video is kind of that top of funnel strategy to get a lot of eyeballs on your content and pull through those people that are really excited and interested in what you have to offer. Now, inside the Academy, every month we do a social selling action plan. And I know some of our Academy members are on right now. So raise your hand if you love the social selling action plan. We're giving you trending audio. We're giving you Canva templates. We're giving you graphics. We're giving you the trends. You literally can just plug and play. So it is totally your time-saving shortcut. So you don't have to go out and create those trends or find those trends by searching and scrolling. We have curated them for you inside that social selling action plan, plus a whole bunch more goodness. So that social selling action plan is a big time shortcut to creating those short form videos. We also have a short form video toolkit. I just got a question this morning where someone was asking, hey, do you have training on TikTok? Okay, great question. We had a great podcast episode on TikTok. We have the short form video toolkit, and then the social selling action plan are all going to support the content that you're going to create over on TikTok. So that's one that you definitely want to lean into this fall. Short, concise, snackable. I'm going with snack size. Snack size, very short, really pointed at a problem that you're looking to solve or something that's entertaining, right? Like, I love that a lot of the content that's out there is light and fun and entertaining and juicy, and it's not heavy and it's not sales focused. I think a lot of times people come to social media, honestly, to disconnect from the world. And sometimes we come to social media and we see a whole lot more happening in the world than we want to see, right? So how do we keep things light and fun and engaging to draw people in, especially those non-followers that have not yet connected with you yet? So that's what we're thinking on short form videos. Next, we're really seeing like a big trend around this authentic, real content. So a little bit of behind the scenes, a little bit of messy. It doesn't need to be polished. It doesn't need to be crazy edited. It's long gone the days of having like a perfectly curated feed where everything is matchy, right? So it doesn't always have to be that highlight reel. It can show a little bit of, you're a work in progress, or you're in the middle of the messy, or you're trying to figure something out. People love that. And a lot of times they're going to your stories to see that. They want to know what you're up to this weekend. I'm thinking about my stories this weekend. I posted about the movie night that our school PTO put on and staying up late and helping them tear it down, and all the dads that had like headlamps on, right? And then I shared a little bit about having cousins over and hanging out on Saturday and barbecuing. And then I shared a little bit about my kids being at the ball fields on Sunday. Yesterday, they were playing softball and baseball. People want the behind the scenes. They want the real. They want the authentic. They don't want the super duper polished content. I think that's why TikTok is also so successful, is that people feel maybe a little bit less put together on TikTok in some ways. They just show up and put it out there and see what happens. And it's more about volume and putting a lot of content out versus making that content absolutely perfect. So this is also your reminder that you should just post it. How many people have things that are sitting in their drafts folder, or they're feeling like, I don't know if I should share that, or is that weird, or should I edit that more? Should I rewatch that? Don't overthink it. Just put it out there. People want to see the real you. If you're a direct seller, people buy from you because they like you. They like you as a person. They don't want to see the polish. They don't want to see the corporate graphics. They want to see you using your product, you sharing a little behind the scenes of why you chose your company or how you're using your paycheck this month, right? All of that is going to feed into building up that know, like, trust factor and bringing in new connections into your business. All right. The next thing that we're seeing is, again, consistency always beats showing up constantly, right? We don't need to be constantly on, but we do need to be consistent. So lean into tools to help you with consistency. I am a big fan of SendShare. I live and breathe it. Almost all of our content is getting scheduled through SendShare. They also have the keyboard, so you can easily grab and go content when you need it, especially if it's a message that you're sending all the time. So be consistent. And then the other thing I want to challenge you to be consistent about is having a clear call to action. Again, people are hanging out on social media just to keep scrolling. So we got to be really, really clear about that consistent call to action that we want people to take next. Even if you're sending them to the same place multiple times, that's okay. So maybe it's take my free skincare quiz. Maybe again, it's take my free skincare quiz. Maybe you mention it again. It's okay to drive people back to the same kinds of content over and over again. We do this all the time with our daily checklist. We do this with our a couple other things that we've put together, our social selling action plan, our quiz. We are constantly driving traffic back to those places. So we want to just make sure we have a place to send people to. We don't want to just send them to the corporate website because they're going to get lost. We want them to comment or raise their hand or show that they're excited about something. Then we can move from social into the direct messages. So again, inside that social selling action plan, we have not only what to share on social, but what to say on social. Because it's not just about posting, it's about posting and then having a direct conversation. That's what's going to lead to the sale. Your posts very rarely are going to lead to a direct sale. Most often, there's going to be a step in between. So it's getting clear on that top of funnel, big picture. We're putting content out there for everyone, into those people that are interested, letting them raise their hand, connecting them within direct messages, and then inviting them to purchase. So you can save your sales content for another day, right? People really want to see you. They want to connect with you, and you could do a lot more selling in your stories and in your direct messages. A couple other just like really tactical things that we're seeing that are working specifically over on Facebook. Those big backdrops that are solid colors with big writing. People are still really engaging with those because they're short, sweet, they have a call to action. Using a keyword, whether you're doing that on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, a call to action that says comment, keyword, learn more, and I will send you the details on it, right? Whatever is the simplest next step or action that that person can take and still engage with your content. So keywords are still really, really working. And I will say that live video is still working. I mean, I'm here, I'm live with you today, right? Not everyone's going to be watching it live. A lot of people are going to be catching that replay. But one of the conversations we're having a lot inside the academy and then also inside our Oh My High community is with some of the changes that have happened here on Facebook where live videos are going away after 30 days. It is so smart to still go live, right? We want to show up for our people in a real and authentic way. And honestly, in this day and age, I said this like 4 times yesterday. I don't know if this is real or if this is AI. I don't know if this is real news or fake news. Like the blur between what is reality and maybe not can be a little confusing. But when we're showing up with live video, people know like, oh, that's really her. That is genuine. That is authentic, right? So I would encourage you as you're thinking about your live video to not only continue to show up live, but show up live on a public channel. So show up live on that business page. That was another question I just got in from one of our VAPs this morning. Should I go live in my group? Should I go live publicly? Go live public and then share it into your groups, right? Then take that video, download that video because after 30 days, it's gone anyway. And then take that video and embed it into a blog post where you're talking more in a written format about what you share in your video. So you have your video, you have your blog post, you have your clear call to action. So all the hard work that you're doing on creating live video, that's just going to go away or honestly just get buried in all the other content that lands on every social platform, right? We're giving that a little bit more leverage. So I'd be thinking about how to amplify your voice, right? How can you make sure that the content you're creating is not only working for the platform you're on, but you're also able to share it onto other platforms. So this one video I'm doing this morning, sharing it on my personal profile, which usually gets pretty good interaction, my business page, sharing it into 2 Facebook groups. I'm sharing this on Instagram Live. I'm also sharing this on YouTube and LinkedIn, right? So one video going to a lot of places. So if your content strategy right now is just on one platform, you're putting too many eggs in one basket, right? We need to be able to take that content and give it a broader reach. You work hard on creating content, so we want to make sure it has that mileage. And also having that clear call to action on what people can do next. Because if they're not clear on what to do next, they're just going to keep on scrolling. They're not going to do anything at all. So we want to make sure that it's very clear and they know where to go to get more information. And I would say the easiest next step, like comment with a keyword, leave an emoji, drop a GIF below, whatever that might be for you to be able to follow up with them directly is how you're going to see the best results. If it's just a straight sales post, you're probably not going to get that kind of interaction. But if you're making people laugh, if you're teaching them something, if they're having fun and they feel connected to you as a real human, you're going to be great. You're going to figure it out, right? People are going to come to you and want to learn more about your business. Layer in some consistency, share it across a couple platforms, you're golden. You got the fall season worked out. So with that said, excited to see your social content this week. If you're in the academy, definitely lean into the September social selling action plan. If you're not in the academy, come into the academy, get that plan. It's going to save you hours and hours and hours of work when it comes to your social content, and you'll be in the know on all of these different trends that we're seeing on how you can best leverage the content that you're putting out there. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great Monday. I hope you have a great week. I'll be back here next Monday, same time, same place.